Alright, yo, it's your boy Yoshikidneo, and we are back in the world of Boridil, the adventures of Boridil. Trying to get it to where you guys can see me and the cat, even though I know the cat is probably more worthwhile. she she's enjoyed having her cat tree like right behind me. I don't know exactly why, but she has. So today is going to be a shorter session. It's going to be a smaller session. It's going to be completely RP because what I had planned for the group. Actually, I'm not even going to show them that. Oh shit! I'm showing so many different maps I don't want them to see. I doubt they'll look. And if they do, and I find out, you're fucked. But yeah, today we're just gonna probably have a night on the town, let them do some RP stuff and some downtime activities, mainly because it's just the two of them. But I still want to be able to, play. And Gerald should be joining us at some point in time, but we'll
Take
see.
that back. Friends who you've been friends with for like ever.
Bruh. Like I'll my thing is I always like listen to keyword. I pull a Brady and like listen to keywords people say, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. The problem
And
is
then
one of
go
them
off
lives
that.
out of state, and all I know is that she's stressed right now because she's trying to plan a wedding, but then is now possibly going to postpone the wedding, and so she's just having like a moment.
Eesh.
And then the other one is just kind of like a mom now, so I don't really get to see her like a super lot. And I like keep trying to subtly be like, so what are you into right now? Read anything good lately? Or, things like that. But it's like, I know them so well that it's like, I know like the little nichey things that they love. Like one of them absolutely loves Harry Potter. But I've gotten her a lot of Harry Potter things. So it's like, I've known them for so long, it's to the point where it's like almost impossible to buy them gifts because it's either like I've bought them something like it or similar to it before, or like they
I mean,
don't need anything because we're all like adults now. So it's like
you could always like just go the cheap route or not the ambiguous route and just get a gift card.
yeah, that's true. Just be like, hey, here's a card for human being.
There you
An
go.
ambiguous route to get like give a gift card and a little card with it that has a joke on it, like a dumb joke. Just say, "Here you go. I always knew you wanted this." All right.
Okay. So we won't really do too much of a, I guess, session recap. Except for a lot of things had transpired in the last session. Um, you guys met some cool new folks. They had given you some insight on what they were trying to do to help with the demon incursion that is still going on, but seems to have been forgotten by a lot of folks, especially in the City of Guilds, because it's not directly affecting them for whatever reason. But they gave you essentially the promise of riches and magical items if you help them out. And they'll be setting sail in about a 10-day and a half or so. Then you also went and did a little bit of carousing. Tamsin found her new staff of defense. Snoopy ended up attuning to his new eyeball, which made him forcefully rip out his old eyeball and get very hurt in the process while it essentially walked into his eye socket. Quinn now has a new cape. Monguzu has a dope ass new set of clothes, or actually two sets of clothes, and also made a noble woman get humiliated in public, which is hilarious. And Angie went and grabbed some leatherworking materials for an upcoming project that she's got in mind. As you guys got back to the inn, you walked into one of the rooms that you were renting out, and a woman was there waiting for you. And who knows what would actually happen with that ordeal. But we're going to say that nobody dies and skip ahead. because I don't know. I don't know if the party's literally. I don't know if you guys are going to attack or if you're going to get attacked because you say something. I don't know. There's no telling. So we're going to go with the more plausible situation of you make it out alive, and after that, this
I like the
lady
hopeful
leaves.
thing.
It is a hopeful thing. It honestly is very hopeful because any of the I've already come to the realization that when I put in any type of hostile NPC, there is a chance for blood, mainly because of Ethan and Joe.
Yeah, unless you want to make this situation like me and Tamsin were just, you know, we just did our own thing while they like start talking to her or something like that.
And that could be it. Honestly, we'll be retconning a little bit once we play next week when we have everybody. So depending on what actually happens, we could possibly retcon that you two left to go do some downtime activities. Um, and whatever downtime activities you guys do decide to take part in, you'll be able to still meet up with the party to do whatever it is that they actually do, if they don't decide to do downtime stuff as well. But we'll say it's 30 minutes after the event of meeting that woman. Um, and you guys are currently at Ginu Inn's Inn. So, what would you like to do, Angie and or Tamsin?
Well, I guess I have to go to the blacksmith so I can pick up some more things for this project.
Okay.
So, I mean, is there anything that you had in mind that you wanted to like stop by after we?
Well, is there anything near the blacksmith, Brady?
Um. So currently, you guys are in the forge area, which is a very large, like, what's it called? Industrial zone. And the two major locations that people go to is Ginu Inn's Inn and the Warforger, which is the blacksmith.
Okay.
So there's
So
nothing there's nothing really interesting for Tamsin here.
Okay.
Unless you want to go to some sort of tavern.
You mean like the one that we're in?
I don't know, like a bar. I don't know, get something to drink.
Well, I want you to be able to get your stuff. So, how long do you think that will take?
No, not long at all. Just gotta get some stuff, you know. It's not gonna take too long, and then I gotta start the crafting of this thing that I want to do.
Okay. So, let's go get your stuff then and
Now-
then go cause chaos somewhere.
There is, and you saw it as well, Angie. There is a blacksmith shop in the Artisans District called the Dwarven Hammer, which also has wonderful reviews on Yelp.
Yelp. Yelp. Alright.
What's that?
Dwarven Hammer. We can go ahead and check that out. We got nothing but time. I'm sure these, as I point to the rest of the party, yeah, I'm sure these idiots got something going right here. They shouldn't need us.
Okay. works for me.
Quinn scratches the back of his head and he's like, yeah, I think we need to think about what we were just told, so.
All right.
Snoopy has his tail tucked and goes to cuddle up next to Quinn, and Monguzu's just like, man, I really wish I could turn into her.
Well, they got that going. Let's go, Tamsin. Let's go ahead and see if I can get my supplies, and then we just see what else we can do after that.
Woo!
Party, yeah. See you losers around later. Yeah, as I start trotting out.
Okay. All right. So as you guys leave, and of course your cartman is still in the area waiting for you. And he looks over. Is it just you two? Where are we headed?
Oh, we're about to head to what's the name of your nearest blacksmith?
Well, the nearest one is a little up north from here. Ran by Gerhard, the Warforger. But there's other weapon shops and such around the town if you want to go to one of those. Most notably, the Dwarven Hammer in the Artisan District if you had other shopping you needed to do.
Sure, let's hit it.
Let's hurt her.
Let's do
Okay.
it, buddy.
So you guys get in the cart and you start heading back towards the Artisans District. And Ollivander turns around and goes, "So, where are you all from? Because I've been hoisting around your two friends, the puppy and the human man, for a little while, and they never hung out with you all before."
Well, see, I wasn't born here, but I was raised like around like a farm in the Yodian Empire. So like it's pretty easy life considering. I mean, my family isn't the same race as me. But it wasn't bad.
Okay, interesting. What ended up making you come from the Yodian Empire then?
Yeah, kind of grew weary of the farming environment. Didn't want to grow up being a farmer. So had a thirst for adventure.
That makes sense to me. I can understand that. Have you found your adventure then?
I mean, yeah, especially with with those fellas. Yeah, oh, definitely a lot more venturing than I didn't plan on having. But I guess it's fun so far.
Very good to hear. And what about you, milady?
From around.
Quiet type. I won't pry anymore if you wish to maintain your privacy. Just wanted a little convo is all.
But I I never really grew up in a specific place. I moved around a lot, so I'm kind of from here and there.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Honestly, I still have my home. I mean, my father and mother are still around. They'll always be there for the most part. So as I've been on my adventures, I mean, I've just been making money, doing a little bodyguard work, a little slaying of some creatures, and collecting of some things for employers. So just the typical work.
Sounds quite exciting. Well, thank you for the little bit of chit chat. But we are at your destination. I'll pull up to the outskirts of the Artisans District and take my lunch break. So when you need a ride back or to somewhere else, just come find me.
Aye, sir.
Will do. Thank you, Oliver. Speaking of, do you believe in past lives?
He kind of scratches his head and goes, is this the concept of, we lived in a different body, had different experiences, die, and our soul gets put into a different body?
Kind of. You look like you'd be really good at selling wand.
If they were more abundant in the world, perhaps.
True. They are pretty rare here.
Yes, it's not extremely easy to just go into a store and buy magical wands and such. As for any magical items.
Yeah,
But
always wondered.
I appreciate it, I guess. It's quite the compliment.
Yeah. Hey, have you ever gotten in any brawls or anything in the past?
Oh, well, if you're ever fancying a little bit of a fight, there is a fighters club at the Droma. That's where they used to hold the graduation ceremonies for the Peacekeepers Guilds, but, well, since they were dismantled, it's been turned into more of I guess a sort of cage fighting sort of thing. You can sign up for the amateur tournament, and if you win, you end up getting to proceed forward to the more professional bouts. Could earn a good bit of money, especially with your brawn. They do, on occasion, have spellcaster brawls, but those ones are a little more tricky. A lot more folks die.
I get behind Tamsin and put my hands on my shoulder. We should totally do that.
That does sound fun.
Yeah, all right. Might have to consider that. I love busting heads.
And I'm
I
sure
mean,
you're really good at it, too.
it's a nice little pastime. It's not too bad, It's just let off some stress.
Oh yes, no, your personal business is just that.
Yeah. All right. You said where was it again? I'll go ahead and take note of that as I take out my journal and my pen.
The Droma, large arena sort of establishment that's only down the road from the old docks. We can drive by it, or we can go past it on our way back if you don't mind a little bit of a detour.
Yeah, I'm down for it. All right. When we finish this, we'll give you a holler back.
Sounds good. And he tips his hat to you, and as you guys get out, he turns the wagon around and goes to the outskirts of the Artisans District. And as he's getting out of sight and you guys turn around and start walking, Lady Angelica! Lady Angelica! And you're looking around trying to figure out who the hell's calling your name. And suddenly from the crowd you can see like a small dwarven gentleman that's holding his arm up trying to get your attention, but there's a big ass crowd and he's trying to push his way through. He's like, excuse me, excuse me. Now, Lady Angelica. Oh, it was very, very difficult finding you. You see this man, which you have met before. His name is Jarvis, and he is Marjorie's essentially right hand. He does a lot, or I guess you could say that he's her secretary. Or a personal assistant sounds better.
Oh, hey, Jarvis, what's going on?
Lady Angelica. And he does a very sincere, deep bow. I've been looking all over the city for you, and had to end up asking if anyone's seen a large red woman, and, well, they have. They said that you've been frequenting the Artisans District, and, well, to my surprise, here you are, mingling with these city dwellers. I take it that you're adapting quite well, then?
Oh, yeah. People have been pretty nice, all things considering.
Yes, I couldn't imagine a better place to start out your new style of life, other than the City of Guilds, as it's literally a melting pot of all the empires, so you're bound to see something strange coming from each and every one of them. And who's your friend?
Oh, yeah, this is my bestie, Tamsin. Say hi,
Tamsin.
Hello.
He reaches out to grab your hand, to give it a little kiss.
I vote no.
Oh, not the touchy-feely type. No worries, no worries. Just trying to be a proper gentleman, and he bows instead.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming Marjorie sent you to me to do some
Correct.
collecting.
Exactly. So, and he takes off his backpack and he opens it up and pulls out this box. And as he pulls out the box, you can see that there's like a little bit of like a frozen mist that's coming off from the lid. And he undoes two latches and opens it up, much like a chest. And as he does, it's almost like the effect of like pouring water over dry ice. This just cloud of like frozen fog starts to barrel out of it. And he goes, I've got plenty of room for about 6 vials. The others I've collected from have almost filled me up.
Right.
So
All right.
what do you have for me? Are they labeled? Do you need labels?
I actually have an idea of each one of them. Have them separated. So, I do have
Perfect.
overstock. So I'll just give you a sample of each. So I got.
That's just perfect.
All right. So I got 3 vials of lizard blood. I pull out 3 vials.
Lizard blood? Like, what type of lizard are we talking about?
Lizard man.
Oh, the lizard folk.
Yes. And then I have a vial of lizard shaman blood. I pull out that one.
What's
And-
different from the lizard folk and the lizard shaman?
Oh no. They seemed a lot more intelligent, had a little bit of something special to them, so I figured why not.
Ah, I like your thinking.
Yeah, and then I got this one as well. I have a vial of the more beefy lizard folk, just in case.
So like a brute of some sort.
Pretty buff big guy. And I pull
And
that
you
one.
watch as he's pulling this piece of tape. He's writing on it what you're telling him. He rips it off and he wraps it around the vials.
All right, and then yeah, that's I mean, I have more, but I know you only have enough for this 6, so I figured I'd just give you that.
Do you just give him 2 of each of those?
Yeah.
Well, if you got other things, I'd prefer to have 1 of each.
I mean, I only have the lizard folk blood, but it's just the different variations of each lizard folk.
Oh, in that case, yes, I'll take 2 of each.
All right, I went ahead. Go ahead and hand them 2 of each.
Okay. Go ahead and just make note of that change on your sheet. And as he takes each of the vials and puts them in his little cryogenic chest thing, he closes it up, latches it, puts it back in his backpack. Well, perfect. Now I've got a full load for Marjorie. She'll be quite excited on the progress that we've been making with her research.
Perfect.
Some
How's
of
she
the
been doing,
others
by the
have gotten... well, her status... She's not really on the brink of any large-scale discoveries, but someone was able to get the blood of a troll.
way? Oh, all right.
Which is quite... you know about trolls, don't you? Perhaps
Yeah.
you, Tamsin? Go ahead and both of you roll me a nature check. Okay, so you have obviously both heard about trolls, and Angelica, the extent of your knowledge is that they usually prey on weak creatures that they're able to just brute force into either submission or into death. Tamsin, you know a little bit more. You know that they harbor some special regenerative properties with their blood. So unless you absolutely destroy the troll, they could still regenerate and come back to life to wreak havoc again.
Oh, good to know.
Mm.
So Jarvis goes, yes, so it's amazing that they were able to get it into such a state to where it just didn't grow out of the vial. And he taps onto his head. That's why you gotta use a sort of an acidic compound in order to subdue the regenerative effects. But Marjorie is going to love this. I'm almost certain she'll be able to replicate the regenerative properties, and that could be something that we could use in the medical field.
Hmm?
The possibilities are limitless.
Right. Oh man, and I wish I was able to get the special stuff. We actually came across a green dragon. I was this close as I
Oh,
got
what?
the little. Yes, a green dragon. Almost got a sample of their blood.
That would have been magnificent.
Yeah, but they gave me a
Uh,
chance.
Do you
But
have time to tell the story, perhaps? I would love to be able to hear your tales, and perhaps let Marjorie know what you're capable of. Maybe she'll end up having some special request from you.
I mean, sure. It's not much to tell. Well, this new party of friends we're in, they end up I end up coming across them when I was investigating some of those lizard folk, and getting the samples. We happened to come across an area where those dragons are based in. So it was two of them actually. So it was a female and the male. Female got awfully offended that I asked for a blood sample out of being nice and just out of curiosity. So I almost got chomped on that one. After doing some errand work for said dragon, taking out some giants, came back. The male came through, and she relayed the information about the wanting for blood, and he gave me a quick little proposition. He said, "Yeah, if you can hit me hard enough to draw blood, then I can have that blood sample. If I don't draw blood, then he gets to take a chomp out of me." So naturally, I take a challenge and gave him a nice little rock, but it was sadly not enough to draw any type of blood.
Ooh.
So
How
yeah,
bad did that hurt?
Yeah, I definitely blacked out for a brief little minute. Fortunately, one of my friends here managed to wake me back up. It was definitely not worth it, but it was at the same time. I have no regrets.
No regrets.
Well, very good.
But yeah,
Very
if
good
only I was able
indeed.
to get that. If I was able to get that, I'm sure that would have been a nice keeper.
Oh, yes, it would have been extraordinary. It is a shame, but, well, at least you're out of there alive.
Maybe. I feel like at some point we'll end up coming across them again at some point in the future. Who knows? You never know. It is
Very
fate
true.
after all.
Well, it was wonderful catching up with you, Lady Angelica, but duty calls. I have to get back to Marjorie as soon as possible. She's waiting on these samples. Hopefully
Alright.
next time, maybe you can drop the deliveries off yourself, and we could all have a nice chat, a nice long chat about your adventures. I do love your stories.
Oh, definitely, Jarvis. Hope to see you guys soon.
Yes, Lady Angelica. And Lady Tamsin, it was a pleasure to meet you as well. And he bows low to both of you. I'll
Nice
be
meeting
off.
you.
Alright.
And he turns around and waves, but then you see he gets a little spring in his step, and he starts to sort of like, not sprint, but he kind of starts to jog through the crowd.
Yep, that's definitely one of my friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, my employer, she's she's a pretty researchy one. If you ever get a chance to meet her, she's hopefully she's not busy. But at the time that she's not busy, she's actually pretty cool to talk to. I had a lot of funny conversations with her. All right, sir. I guess let's head to this. The Dwarven Hammer.
And just based on the smell alone, you're able to follow the fumes of a lit forge to find yourself in the sort of open-aired blacksmith known as the Dwarven Hammer. And as you walk inside, you can see a bunch of burly dwarves all at work, all of them covered in soot. One of them sort of wipes his brow as you guys come through, and he's like, "Ah, customers!" He walks on over. The name's Trondar. Don't believe I've seen you folk in before. Might I ask, what is it you're on the market for? Perhaps we have it.
Yeah, I'm actually.
We also do commissioned work here.
Commissioned work? Interesting.
Correct.
Well,
and
actually,
someone of your stature, if you're ever looking for work, we could put you back in the pits hammering out iron scraps. Could always use the muscle.
Yeah, I can do that. Well, yeah, I'm actually new in town. Got a bit of a project going on my end. And in order to complete said project, I'm wondering, you happen to have any javelins?
Oh, I got plenty of them. And what we could also do to make it a little easier for you, as a woman of your size, we could make put a couple extra rods on them to give you a little extra strength.
Ah, that actually sounds kind of cool.
We do have a couple that are ready for purchase, but we could also make up a couple, whip up a batch of them for you. How many are you looking to get?
Well, how much are you running on that price?
Oh, my PDF literally just stopped responding.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'd say for a bundle of 5 of them, I could give them to you for 5 gold. 1 gold apiece.
Alright, I'll take about 10.
10 of them, perfect. Well, I've got 3 of them ready for sale right now. Not a lot of folks come through buying javelins, you know. And I could have the other 7 of them done by... it's getting a little late in the day. Probably by tomorrow afternoon, if that's okay with you.
That's perfectly fine. You might be
perfect.
Have a consistent customer.
Oh yeah, I mean if you're not retrieving them or if you're breaking them. But if you're breaking javelins, I'm a little concerned as to what the hell you're fighting with them. But that's all your business. As long as you keep coming in bringing me business, I don't mind whatever.
Noted. All right. Well, yes, I'll take about 10 of those. And you said you had about 3.
Yep, I got 3 of them. Hold on 1 second. Let me go grab them for you. And he walks behind the sort of like open, like you can tell that this is like the foyer where you come through to see stuff and make your purchases. But he goes back to where all the other smithies are working, and he gets to a weapon rack and he starts to grab the javelins. And he comes out with 3 of them and puts them up onto the table and goes, "Yeah, these are all plenty of what you'll need. And we'll have the other 7. I'll get them started on those right away after we finish this bit of the transaction. How about you go ahead and just float me 3 gold for now, and then you can pay the rest later once it's all done."
All right. And I reach in and go ahead and give that 3 gold to him.
Now, is there any like inscription or anything you like on your weapons at all? Perhaps like maybe initials. Some people have like their family symbol they like putting on it. Or do you just want plain old javelin?
Yeah,
You
I
should
guess
No
put
extra
your
charge.
worst nightmare on it.
Nightmare. Ooh, or devil horns, like what I got here. As I flick at my horns.
Ooh.
Oh,
I
that would be
approve.
cute. Can you imagine getting stabbed in the gut with one of those to look at it and it says devil horns, and then you come over with your lumbering size and, ugh.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I know,
got a
right?
little.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get those devil horns on that, inscribed on that, just to make it an insignia.
So you want a picture of devil horns, or you want the phrase devil horns, or you want both?
Picture's fine.
All right, and he starts to look at you. He strokes his chin a bit. He takes his fingers and does the whole like little framing thing. He's like, yeah, right, yeah, perfect. Hold on 1 second. And he reaches underneath his shop counter, pulls out a little hammer and chisel, and he starts going to town on the the 3 javelins that you just purchased, inscribing the devil horns insignia. And afterwards, he's done, and it only takes him like 3 minutes to do, but it looks exactly like your horns in a way, with a sort of silhouette of your face. Oh yeah, that's mighty purty.
Oh man, you are outdoing yourself. I like you already.
Yeah, I wish I could do better, but, been working the forges all day. I'm starting to get a little tired. But don't worry, your inscriptions for tomorrow, I'll do them bright and early so they look a little more magnificent.
You have a pat to my chest. Noted. I'll be here.
Do you have
Yeah,
any
is there anything?
already made
Oh.
daggers or anything?
Oh, sure, I got a couple of the little things. How many are you looking to buy? I think I've got 5 of them on the shelf.
No. Do they look? Are they like nice daggers, or are they like meh? Okay.
I guess it depends on what your term of nice is. Are you talking about like jewels and shit encrusted in them to where they're more fancy sacrificial style? Or you're looking for something to actually punch a hole in your enemy?
Oh. Can I
He
do
scratches
that?
his
No.
head. I mean, they look fine, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't be going to sell it on any auction for a high price. They're just mundane. Now, if you
should
want
get
it,
Do you have anything like
Well-
that has edges? Like that way you stab them. When you pull out it.
A serrated dagger?
Yeah, just serrated. Like just something that just leaves damage.
we do have a serrated dagger for hunting. I don't know if it's really that good against a foe. But it's more used for like cutting the bits and pieces of your prey. So if you're looking to torture folk, I guess it would work pretty well, yeah. But what I was gonna say is, if you wanted to commission a piece, we could use a little bit higher grade material. And if you supply jewels and such, we could either embed them into the pommel to where you could see the jewel, or perhaps crush them into fine pieces and give the blade a nice little sheen of whatever color gem you got us.
Okay, that sounds good. I will have to find a gem.
Alrighty. Perfect. Well, I mean, we've got a couple on hand. They're pretty mundane, low quality, but we do have a few. Is there a particular color you like the best?
Blue?
Blue. And do you like, do you want to pay 15 gold or 55 gold pieces for the gem? Obviously, the higher quality one will look a little bit better.
Let's do 55 gold. It's treat yourself day.
Alrighty.
Matter girl.
So, is there any particular metals you're looking to make this dagger? Do you care? Or would you like... Because we usually just make them out of iron, which is, pretty... And he grabs one of the daggers, and he shows it to you. And it definitely looks quality. It'll do the job, but there's nothing magnificent about it. But we could also make them out of steel, or perhaps even If we have the supplies, adamantine.
How much? Like, what's the difference between the adamantine and the steel?
Steel will run you an extra 5 gold for the creation on top of what the dagger normally cost, which we usually sell them for about a gold a piece. So you're looking at 6 gold for a steel dagger, but if it's an adamantine dagger, it'll be an extra 30.
And then what makes adamantine so amazing?
It's extremely hard metal, and it won't really do much against your opponents, but it could be the difference between breaking a piece of furniture. It's really good at damaging objects and such like that. So if you perhaps found yourself stuck on the other side of a door and you don't have the key, and this is all hypothetical, of course, this dagger made of adamantine would be a far better choice than any other dagger.
Okay, let's go with that.
I don't think I would use a dagger to barge open a door, but you work with what you got, huh?
Right? Agreed.
Alrighty,
Okay.
so the 55 sapphire, 30 for the adamantine dagger, and then the commission work of 5 gold for labor. It comes to a grand total of 90 gold for the commissioned work, and I'll make sure that it's the prettiest dagger that I've ever sculpted.
Okay. Can I give you half now and then half when it's completed?
Perfect, that'll work. And then, any special inscriptions on it? Any words or phrases, or perhaps a picture?
Ooh.
Party there.
And granted, and after he sees your sort of like excitement when he says picture, he goes, granted, the simpler the better.
Yeah. Let's see. I wonder if the demon this is like me talking to myself, not like in character. I wonder if the demon inside me would be amused if I put devil may care on the dagger.
Are you trying to make it apparent that I'm inside of you?
I'm just joking. I know you were saying that out of character.
I don't know. Maybe I'll ask the demon, what should I put on the dagger? I wonder if he'll actually answer me.
You ask in your inner conscience, what should you put on the dagger? And you hear the voice.
Honestly, does it really matter? Eventually, you won't even need the thing, once I finally assume control.
Well, you're no help. And I say that out loud so that like Angie and the blacksmith can hear me.
As I'm like looking.
Well,
around,
I guess if I had to give you a recommendation without knowing anything about you, perhaps maybe the symbol of your god. Yeah, do you worship a god or goddess? Perhaps, maybe. I don't really know.
No, I don't.
Maybe like some sort of like a symbol, like a clerical domination. Maybe like the Peacekeepers Guild, if
Oh.
you're part of them.
No.
Ooh, how about your
High school's
just do something-
insignia.
Do something.
What'd you say, Kevin?
Do something, like mythical, like I don't know, Dreamweaver or something like that.
Oh, Dreamweaver sounds really cool.
Like as you're like stabbing
That
them, you
sounds
just
fun.
stab them.
But I
No.
can't
Into their
do
ears.
anything with people's dreams.
Now here's
you
the thing: if you'd rather wait until the morning and come tell me before I start inscribing it, you can do that too if you need a little time to think. But I should have your dagger just as I'll have your dagger finished right about the time of your friend's javelins.
Actually, is it gonna be big enough to where we can do death is the beginning?
Oh sure.
Cool. Let's do that.
You're just gonna, as you stab them, just come closer to her. And as I like move closer to Thames and just whisper in her ear, it's like, death is only the beginning.
Oh, That
Are you
sends
okay,
shivers
Angie?
down my spine.
And I start flickering my tongue. And then after you get done doing it, you be like, yeah. Like just bask in the ambience of the person losing their lives, you know.
Angie, I'm worried
I don't
about
know.
you.
I mean, it's just a suggestion, you know. Make it more like brutal.
Yeah, no, I like that. Death is only the beginning.
Alrighty, let me just make, and you see him writing on a piece of parchment the entire order.
And then can you put like devil horns on it too? I mean demon horns. Sorry.
Death is only the beginning, and devil horns. Let's see, we'll make that a quote. We'll do. You said devil or demon? There is a difference.
Demon.
Demon horns insignia. Alright, perfect. So yes, 90 gold. We'll take 45 now, and then we'll get the other 45 at time of completion.
Cool. Here it is.
Alrighty. Well, I appreciate your business, and like I've said, if you have any hankering for some hard labor, we can pay for your services. And you look more on the magical side with your staff and all. If you've got any hankering for fire magic, and you're able to burn our metal down, that could take a lot of the wait period down on a lot of the jobs we run. So we could pay you for that too.
Sure. We can help with the fire.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Or are you wanting to get started now, or did you have other things to do?
Got a little bit of something extra that we need to handle, but definitely gonna come
Oh
back.
yeah. Anytime, just come on down.
Alright.
And he turns around. Hey! Oi! Boys! And they all look. We got some new fresh blood that's going to be helping us out around the forge here in a little while. So next time they come through, make sure you make them feel plenty at home. And they all like cheer and raise a fist in the air. Alright. Yes. As you can see, there's not a lot of ladies around here, so we'll take what we can get when it comes to the beautiful form of a woman. No offense if that's offensive, but you know.
Well, I mean, I know I'm a little more brawny than most women, but I mean, I still have my figure.
Very true. And no offense to either of you, but you'd probably both look better with a beard.
Noted.
So, if you ever grow one, I'll be proposing, just so you know. And he winks at both of you. Just kidding, lass. Unless you're into that kind of thing, of course.
I pat Tamsin in the back. Yeah, you should get to growing your beard.
Yeah, I'll get started on that right away.
Alright,
well, I'll get started on Trondar.
Trondar. Alright.
Yep, so anytime you need anything commissioned, you can come to me. We can make it happen. Otherwise, we'll see you all later. In worst case, we'll see you tomorrow.
Alright. Thanks again.
And he nods and takes the parchment to the back, and he starts barking orders at everybody, going, "Oi! We need this, get that, go on, blah, blah, blah." You know, and just start shouting. Everybody starts to, you know, kind of spread out around the 4 different forges and get different things started. You see one of them go to a large lockbox and open it up and pull out a pretty sizable sapphire and take it to one of the workbench and start to hammer it out into little tiny pieces to encrust in the blade itself to give it a nice blue sheen.
Alright. So, what's next? I got, well, for the most part, I got what I need. So, is there anywhere else you want to stop by?
Hmm. I wonder if there's anything fun going on.
I wouldn't mind picking around with
Perhaps,
that.
maybe, you and I could have a little bit of a conversation before you go anywhere else. And as y'all turn around, you guys see Lid.
Oh, God.
I've heard rumor on the street is you're looking for me. Might I ask what exactly the implications of our meeting supposed to be? Are you a friend or are you a foe? And don't bother lying to me either. I can read your emotions based on your eyes alone.
So you
Well,
can
I
read
have-
minds?
I can read both of yours. And he's looking directly at Tamsin, as well as your little demon friend, too.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, as far as I see it, I mean, it could honestly work either way, friend or foe. Honestly, everyone works in the same trajectory in my eyes. Everybody starts in the middle ground. Depends on what's said.
True. Or
Oh.
foes can easily become friends, and vice versa.
I point to Tamsin.
That's very
Exactly.
true. I guess I was just more or less leaning to the fact that you were all given a task from one of your good friends, or should I just say your proprietor of jobs. Something about finding me out and perhaps getting rid of me before I become too much of a problem. For a mere 5,000 gold, I'll tell you right now, that would not be enough gold to cover all of the damnation I would put you through. You and your group. So perhaps maybe we should start out as acquaintances, get to know each other a little better before you go telling all my secrets to your friend, Joker? Or Mr. Smiles, whichever one it is you prefer. I don't really mind either way.
I crack a chuckle. Yeah, you know a lot.
I've been hearing my name thrown around the town quite a bit. I've got eyes and ears all over the place. Something I've been working on for quite a while.
So I'm assuming you witnessed that bit of nonsense we went through not too long ago.
I'll be honest, I was one of the ones that helped set it up. I figured if you all are gonna be the ones hunting me down, whether it's to find out what I'm capable of, or to be something as stupid as to try to take me out, I wanted to gauge your threat level. Luckily, there was a group that was already trying to figure out a way to get that dragon egg from you, even though I had known you to give it to Ennis Craft already. By the way, what is it that she really wants with my information? She's also given you a job to find me out.
Well, as far as I know from her, I can barely know her from a can of paint. She just wanted us to find out something about you. Didn't give any
Well,
specifics.
you can tell her that she has nothing to fear. I'm not interested in derailing any of her plans that she's already got weaved into this city. No. I've got bigger game to fry.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. She seems a bit intimidated by a bit of your magic power that you've been flying around the city.
I can understand that, especially because it's magic she is yet to learn herself. Have you ever been to a place known as the Shadowfell by chance? And neither of you have ever been. You can
Have
roll
we heard of
a
it, though?
history check. Yeah, roll
Yeah.
history. DC is pretty high.
Which
Screw it.
Nope. And nope. Neither. So you both shake your heads.
Never heard of it.
It's also known as the Plane of Shadows, which a lot of the dark magic of this world ends up coming from the Shadowfell. So, I don't believe that she's really paid much attention to Shadowfell as she has with other planes of existence. But that is where I have learned a majority of my secrets. So, I would be afraid of myself as well if I was in her shoes. As should your friend Joker. How about you send him a little message for me, and I'll pay you for it.
Alright, what kind of mess are we talking?
Well, you could very well just tell him you have no idea, and from what you've seen already, you don't really want to get involved. Plain and simple. Just take the coward's way out. If you do that, I'll give you both 3,000 gold. A small expenditure to get you off my back. But perhaps maybe your other group members wouldn't be so kind to the idea. And if that's the case, I think that perhaps maybe you need a better line of work, someone else to work for. If that's the case, I'll have a little test put out for you, if you're interested, of course. Find your way to the Mass Morass, and that is the location, the clerical ward, which is right here within the second ring of the city. Once you get there,
Do it
you're
again?
going to take the grand. Oh, it's right here.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And once you get there, you're going to go down to the 43rd level of the crypts. Just say you got family buried there and you want to pay respects or something. Once you get down there, it shouldn't be too hard to find a defiled crypt. And within it, you'll see a staircase. My puzzle will be in there for you, just awaiting. If you're able to solve it, if you're able to come through it alive, then perhaps maybe I've underestimated you and your group. And if so, I would be happy to get into a partnership or something with you. Something to think about. No need to take any answers or make any answers now. You got 3 more of your crew that aren't even here right now.
The reason why I'm doing things for Innes is because she's helping me discover things about myself. And I doubt you'd be able to do that.
And it's the same thing for me
I'm
as well.
hurt. He puts his hand over the left side of his chest, and he's like, I'm hurt by the fact that you think myself so lesser compared to Innes Craft. But perhaps you're right. I can tell that you got a little, and he looks from side to side, a little bit of a demon inside of you. And you've got a little bit of demon blood. I don't know exactly what your goals are, and I don't really care to know, not unless you pass my little challenge. But perhaps maybe there is a little something I could do. And if not me, I do know quite a variety of folk. And those folk happen to deal with demons all the time.
Now, as a hypothetical, so, I mean, I don't need details, but what exactly are you doing in the City of Guilds?
Well, I would love to tell you, but I know that that's one of the jobs Joker gave you.
Yeah. Now,
Alright, another question. Since you seem to think that you're more powerful than Joker and Innes, if we join you, can you assure that we would be protected from them if we joined
I
you
don't
instead?
believe that they would have any bit of anything short of a little bit of a bicker whenever you were to see them, but if push came to shove, I protect my assets with all of my abilities.
And another hypothetical. What do you know about Baba Lysaga?
Hmm. He strokes his chin. I guess it's more of a what don't I know. But perhaps we could discuss it more if you are to finish that challenge. I do remember. Ah. Yes, she's the one that's trying to kill your folk, huh? Your friends? What are
Yeah,
those
they have
names
more
again?
more
Hold
problems
on.
with her.
Snippy and Quan, right? Snippy and Quan.
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah. Something about them going and hurting her baby. And he puts his hand over his chest again, and you can see he's very exaggerated southern woman like. He's like, oh, my baby. Well, I, I have a few ideas on how I could potentially help you with that threat. But we'd have to see what you're capable of.
All right.
I'm
This
assuming
is
your
merely
challenge
just an introduction.
would be
Assuming
something that all of us would need to do together.
I definitely would not advise just the two of yous to go through it. I don't believe you'd survive. But it would be quite the sight for sore eyes to see if you did. But I wouldn't. That's my only fair warning.
All right. I guess I'll take that warning.
Now remember, the mass morass. Head down to the 43rd level of the crypts and find the defiled one and have fun.
All right. Nice meeting you, Lid. And I must say, this is my
Pleasure
first
is all
time meeting
mine.
it's my first time meeting a turtle. It's pretty interesting.
Yes, there's not a whole lot of us anymore. Not after what the 1,000-Year War did to our home. But we're still not anywhere close to being fully extinct. And perhaps maybe one day we'll make a comeback. Maybe get our own city again. But for now, I've got to look out for number one.
All right. Well, hope to see you again, Mr. Lid. Or Sir
Oh,
Lid, which one do you
yes.
prefer?
Just Lid's fine.
All right, Lid.
Angelica and Tamsin, it was a pleasure.
All right, I pat my chest. Pleasure.
And you watch as behind him opens up one of that same dark portal that opened for your other character inside of the auction. So this is completely new for Tamsin and Angelica, and he takes a few steps back before it closes around him and he disappears.
Angie, I have a small feeling that we are very fucked.
Oh man. What's next?
I think we're in over our heads.
Oh man, there's no satisfying anybody. And I am more than sure Mr. Smiles and Ennis definitely heard this conversation.
Son of a
I'm
bitch.
kidding, you don't hear that. I was just like fucking with y'all.
I need Quinn here to deal with him, so.
Right. Oh man, this is this is something we would definitely have to relay to the group.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Well, it's like I'm part of this, but I'm not. My only reason why I'm part of this now, or me and you are part of this now, is simply because of Ennis Craft. And all Ennis Craft wants is just to get rid of the guy. Is to make the guy go away. So that could mean us fighting him, or it could mean us just asking him politely to leave City of Guilds, just to let her sleep in peace. I know Mr. Smiles just wants us to get info on him in general, just to give us money. So
Well,
in the end,
Ines never said to take him out. She just said he's acquired a lot of artifacts and items. She wants to acquire them instead.
ah, so yeah.
She
Either
never
way,
said anything about killing him, but I mean, I guess with Ines, it was probably implied.
I'll say it wouldn't be as much as like killing him as to just asking him politely to leave the city. But I'm sure he would definitely not. He's a seemingly intimidating fellow.
They're all intimidating.
Yeah. But uh I can't stop laughing.
Or else you'll start
uh,
crying.
no, I haven't cried in a very long time, so I'm thinking I'm all right. But it is getting a bit overwhelming with all the strong figures we're running into now.
I know.
First, it was a dragon.
And it seems
Then
like no matter what, we're gonna make an enemy out of.
right, and we're being tugged in all different directions. Now we got the person we're supposed to be screwing over asking us to side with him now. That's an interesting turn of events. I don't know. I'm sure Quinn and Snoopy will have a lot to say about this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will.
Oh, no sense moping around. I'm sure we will come to a decision eventually. I mean, I'm actually kind of curious about that puzzle.
I mean, it sounded deadly, but it also sounded fun.
Exactly. And I'm sure we're going to have to crack some undead head down there as well.
Does that make us?
I'm all for it. So, I don't know. We'll see. I I'm just taking it back now, man. Now the quote unquote, as I hold up air quotes, the enemy wants something from us. That's funny. All right. Well, I guess let's go look for some fun stuff. I gotta get my mind off this.
Agreed.
All right. Oh well, since it's just me and you, I figure I might as well open up a little bit about the project I'm gonna work on. It's
Ooh,
a
do
super
tell.
secret project.
Tam's and like
All right.
together.
Well, the idea is I'm getting a little tired of people knowing who we are or knowing who I am. I mean, aside from obviously the magical fellow right there that can recognize me even if I did what I'm about to do. So I'm going to adopt an alias. More like I don't know, a folklore. I kind of want to like become a folklore. Out of character, a superhero.
Oh, okay.
Kind of want to become a
I
folklore.
was like, a story?
Yes, like got the idea from like thinking of all the stories of like these like made up heroes and everything like that. And I'm like, you know what? I want to be one of those stories. So I'm making a costume of sorts. Not exactly costume, but like it's definitely steel armor, similar to what I'm wearing. But it's gonna be accompanied with a hood and mask and everything like that. And probably just so I'm not as recognizable, I'm making some caps for my horns as well, just to cover those up. But yeah, kind of want to like become like a folklore and like just beat the holy hell out of like criminals and maybe good people. I mean, probably just like a become a dominion of sorts. Should be interesting. I
That
don't know.
sounds fun.
Probably like when everybody's like at the end just chilling out, I'll probably go out at night and just go to the worst part of the city and just prey on them. That'll be that'll be quite the experiment. See how well I can do around that. Maybe I can discover some sort of like re-owned score or something like that. Like the name of my alias just flies around the city like, oh my god, did you see the demon walking around? He just tore that man apart or something like that. I don't know.
Do you have a name yet?
I don't know. Maybe Banshee or something like that. Banshee or Amiibo. Amiibo.
I mean, it sounds dangerous, but nothing really probably more dangerous than what we're already going through, so.
Yeah. I figured since we're like are going on all these missions and everything like that, might as well have my face covered for the most part and be in this different alias. Probably have a different voice while I do it as well.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. I haven't thought of a voice. Probably I'll talk like this, and yeah, it sound like some sort of like gentleman or something like that. I'm not sure. Haven't thought of a voice. Probably I'll like I don't know. Sound like some kind of creature. Like I am the night. I will kill you. I will destroy you. It's only a matter of time. I will tear out your bones and feed them to your ass. I don't know. Who
Utterly
Who knows?
disgusting, a commoner says as he walks away from you.
Don't listen in, eavesdropper.
Yeah, before I break your fucking skull. All right.
Now, perhaps there's a better way to come across with these eavesdroppers. A gentleman comes up and he takes out a pipe, puts it in his mouth, and with his 2 fingers he lights it. Takes a long draw and exhales the smoke. Why, hello.
Hi.
The name
Hello,
is
eavesdropper.
Trendos, and I couldn't help overhear a tidbit, just a small portion of your ideas, and I want in.
Huh. All right. Me and my big mouth. I need to like stop talking out loud.
Probably,
discussing-
especially because you speak quite loudly.
Yeah, it's a habit. I probably maybe with that alias, as I hold up air quotes, that might change. So
Now,
you heard this. So what did you have on your mind?
well, I don't know if it's common knowledge these days. We've been a little bit low-key in the past few centuries, but I am Trendos of the Temple of the Lightbringer. Have you heard of us?
Yes, I have heard the name around the city a few times.
Oh, very interesting. So people haven't forgotten. That's good. Although they're not really doing anything about it, which that's bad. Regardless, I am currently in the works of trying to not essentially purge the criminal activity of the city, but to more throw it behind bars, perhaps. Get it a little bit cleaner. Because as you've probably been able to tell, because I'm sure that you didn't just come up with a whim of becoming this, any air quotes, superhero, But this city does have a bit of a criminal infestation. And it's already bad enough that demons run around the world as if it's their sandbox. But to have the criminals do it to one of the only safe havens in the world, simply unacceptable.
You're right. And due to past experiences in certain parts of the city, kind of further amplified my yearning to possibly do this.
Exactly. Even the clerical wards are corrupt. It's simply infuriating. And as he says infuriating, you can see a little flash of red light from his eyes. And then, like, the smoke intensifies from his pipe, and he calms down and takes a long draw and goes, yes, apologize for the outburst. Sometimes it's a little hard to keep the fire subdued.
I feel that. I go through that last 10 years.
Yes. So, superhero, are both of you in on this tag team operation, or is it just you alone?
I don't know. Are we? Did I look at Tamsin?
I don't know. We'll have to think about it.
Well, I know
I'm
I
sorry,
am for sure.
we?
I
If
Yeah,
it's your husband,
me-
I could probably say something and get him on board.
not married.
Oh, and he perks up an eyebrow.
Tamsin takes a step back.
I'm only kidding. You are
Oh,
quite
that's right.
beautiful, but I am far too old for you.
Oh, so you're interested in Angie then?
I'm far too old for her.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love having a lover, but I'm more of a fan of beating ass. So no offense.
Ah. And he's taking a couple small draws from his pipe. Well, how about this? If you're ever in need of my assistance with your superhero, I could help you out. Just stop by. What's it called again? The Goyle Spire. More specifically, the temple of one of the Lightbringer gods. Which, I guess, begs the question, do you know who the Lightbringers are?
Heard little bits and pieces, but I don't know details.
Do you want us to do a check?
You can do a religion check.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Wow. Angie's probably like, how do you spell Lightbringer?
That would be hilarious. Let me see. I'm trying to find where I put. So yeah, Angie has no idea, but we'll say Tamsin, you know two of the Lightbringer gods. Go ahead and roll the d4. You are aware of Kasuth, the god of fire.
I thought you
A
said
neutral
2.
god.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't realize you were going to go more into description. Okay, so Kasuth, god of
yeah.
fire.
Yes.
Neutral.
Yep. And for that 4, Lathander, god of birth and renewal. He is a lawful good aligned god. So with that, you tell him that part, and he's like, perfect. Well, I'm more of a fan of Kasuth, especially with this type of work, so perhaps meet me at his temple. It's a small little shrine, as not a lot of folks agree with his tenets of burning anything that that shouldn't exist. But sometimes you need a little flicker of fire to bring back the hope.
I prefer ice myself.
Unfortunately, I don't believe that any of the Lightbringer gods are particularly fancy when it comes to ice magics. But fire all day.
Now, as far as meeting, what would be the best time? Nighttime or?
I prefer when the sun is up, as it's a little more inconspicuous. Lots of folks come to the shrines during the day. It's very seldom that folks visit after hours. But I'll be waiting at the Shrine of Kasuth most of the day. I don't normally do personal business or shopping, but, well, today I had a very good feeling that I needed to, and I think I know why now.
All right. I'll keep your invitation in mind. And of course, this one here, as I put my hand on Tamsin's shoulder, hopefully I can convince her to join me in my journey for justice. Or not justice, I mean, either way, it's just beating bad people or bad-ish people up.
We can
That
get
is
down.
definitely, yes, that is something that I can get behind for sure.
All right. Well, Mr. Trendos, nice to meet you. I hold out a handshake, and we'll talk again soon.
Perfect. And he shakes your hand, and you can feel the little bit of fire, like the heat, coming from his hand, almost as if his body temperature is exceedingly high.
Or isn't that something? All right. Well, hope to see you soon.
Yes, likewise. And he takes the pipe out of his mouth, does a sort of like head nod, and begins to walk past you guys as he smokes.
You know, I really need to stop talking so loud. I mean, I know I have
Probably.
a commanding voice, but like, I don't know, I just get so energetic at times. I can't help it.
Do we trust him?
Yeah, we'll see soon enough. Once I get this whole thing started, I guess we'll see for ourselves. That is, if you are willing to. Hell, if I mean have extra materials, I'd make you a mask too. Maybe a whole different outfit.
Yeah. I don't.
Come on, Tammy. Come on, you know you want to do it. Come on, you know it'll be fun.
Maybe. We have to think about it.
Come on. Just beating up bad guys, and I'm sure there'll be fodder like those guys that we fought not too long ago. Those guys were plenty weak. If there's plenty of those, I can do that all day.
Well, the demon in me certainly loves violence, but I am still in.
You gotta break in that new dagger you're getting ready to get. It's gonna be
True.
lovely. Don't you want to like do like me and just get your knuckles dirty, like just feeling the bone crunching as you just punch something in the nose?
No. I
You
don't
sure?
have that feeling.
It's such an exhilarating, like a satisfying feeling. Like it's one of those moments where like like sex. Like it's like a satisfying feeling, like to just hit that edge, like as you're just mounting this person and just beating their face in because they've pissed you off. That is a satisfying feeling.
Oh
I,
dear.
I mean, the sex is all fine and dandy. I don't get me wrong. I'm not totally against sex. I mean, I fly both ways. I mean, I can go woman or man. It doesn't matter. But like, nothing satisfies me more than just a big fight. It's pretty cool. Like, I'm really curious about that fight club. Oh, I need some more fodder. I feel like knocking some more heads down. All right, I'm sorry. I'm getting
Well, you
weird
could
now.
always use the fight club to practice.
Maybe further like put out my persona. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Tammy. And I grab Tammy and lift her up. Yes. You just gave me the perfect idea. The perfect idea.
Breathing.
Oh, sorry. I'll put her back down. All right. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. I can break in my suit to get the leather worn. Oh man, I need to get to work on that. Well, anyways, is there anything else you want to see while we're like in this district? Oh, what
Well,
about this is the artisans district. What about that spot that Mong was talking about where like uh he shat in the middle of the street?
Oh, that's just around the corner up there. Some old lady just took a dump in the middle of the street, running around completely naked. Wasn't the
Oh.
worst sight I've ever seen, but she definitely should have put some clothes on. Don't really understand what happened, but you know, they say that riches sometimes get to your head. They do.
All right. Hey, thank you, sir. I'm going to check that out. I gotta see what the people around there have to say about it.
we are sad that we missed that. It was probably pretty cool.
Hey, yeah. All right.
That
I
one
guess
causes a lot of chaos.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I can't trust him at all. But he makes for funny company.
True.
I mean, even though he still he still put me off when he asked that question, hey, so when are one of you gonna be dying again? That yeah. Like, that I can't trust that one. Especially when he has blood on his mind a good 75% of the time.
True. He's got that addiction. So.
Right. Well, I mean, fortunately, I have some extra blood vials, so I mean, maybe I'll gift him if he's a good boy.
Is he ever a good boy though?
Never, not at all. But maybe I will encourage him to do something for me, and I'll reward him with these blood vials.
Oh yeah.
And he has to earn this. He don't get it for free. As my eyes start glowing.
Maybe he can get us outfits from that designer he's working.
Oh yeah, I was wondering about that. I wonder if he's open. I mean, of
Well, he's
course.
probably too expensive for us.
I mean, maybe he'll see your very petite figure in my very brawny, curvy figure and be like, oh, darlings, I could work with this. Something like that.
It's uncanny. I mean, I've never met him, but I'm assuming that that's pretty much what he sounds like.
I mean, with the fashion types, I'm sure probably like a little flies with the poles. You know what I mean? A little flamboyant.
Probably.
Little
As you come
flamboyant.
around the corner that man had pointed you to, you do see the sign for Guido's shop, but you also see a crowd that's all kind of like gathered around what sounds to be a woman causing a scene. And essentially she's going, "Take your hands off me! I did no such thing! I am a lady! I am nobility! I would never be caught in the streets without the proper attire, nor would I ever defile myself by defecating in the middle of the streets." And the guards are like, "Ma'am, we're sorry, but everyone here can attest that they witnessed these actions from you, and you will have to do your time or you will have to take your punishment in full stride. There's nothing that we can do." And unhand me! And they get a little rougher and they put shackles on her. And you can tell that she's just very defeated, but people are laughing and pointing at her. And eventually she goes silent and looks down at the ground, obviously embarrassed.
I walk up with my hands on my hips. So, what exactly did she do?
Oh, well, from what we've all seen is she wasn't very happy with Guido's customer service. He took in some kid in front of her, and she wasn't happy about it at all. So she ran to the back, got completely undressed, ran out in the middle of the street, took a shit, and then threw it at Guido's establishment and started running around. Very, very odd behavior for such a noble woman, but, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
We're okay
Man.
with people being put in their place where they need to be. So this is amusing to us.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
yes, it was
hilarious.
quite the show. I just wish I had a little treat while I was watching it. But it'll be a fond memory. Well, I guess it's kind of bittersweet. She didn't look that great.
I'm just imagining. Yeah, just her lady bits flopping.
Get it out of our head!
Oh, dear, you're making it worse.
It's
Yeah,
worse.
you all have a good day. And the gentleman walks away, disgusted.
Hanson goes to fist bump. Way to ruin it.
I put a piece of my loose hair that's like on the front of my head, like behind my horn. My pleasure. All right. Well, I wonder. Let's go up to the guards and see like how much time she's getting. I'm sure that'll be entertaining.
Oh, maybe they'll put her in the stock.
Oh, dude, that'll be hilarious. Hey, excuse me, guards.
Yes.
For her wrongdoings, what is her punishment?
Well, streaking's not really much of a crime, I guess you could say, but when it's used in some sort of public fashion, as she did, as a cause of mischief, especially with having to unload a large crap in the middle of the street and then throwing it on a proper establishment, she's looking at about a 10-day in the stocks.
Oh, you know what you should do? You should totally because she used her behind to commit this crime. You should totally expose her behind and give her spankings, public spankings.
I don't know what kind of kinky shit you're into, but that's not how things work around here.
I mean, it's only like fair. Because I mean, punish the place where the defecation happened. I mean,
I get what you're saying, but there's only thing we do publicly is not for humiliation, but it's to make a point, and that's if we catch any of the high priority targets on our criminal list.
You happen to have...
Tamsin walks up and says, "Sorry, officer. She's been drinking," and like pats Angie on the arm and like starts to pull her away.
Oh, well.
Hold on. What you said, high priority list. You happen to know if I can get that list?
Well, I mean, it's not really something for public record. But if you happen to be one of them bounty hunting types, perhaps you should head Gandahar proper and go meet the constable. And they could give you the names of who we're looking for.
All right. Thank you, guard. All right, on to your duties. Ma'am, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I spit next to her foot.
No, she's already humiliated quite enough. No need for that.
Yeah.
Again, apologies, officer.
No worries. Just on your next drink, have one on me, huh?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. You should lock her away, the whore, as I walk away.
They continue walking her away, proceeding to ignore you.
I'm like having like a little fake drunk waddle, and then like as I walk a few paces, I start walking normal again. Oh man, she's really gonna have it, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm curious about that criminal list.
Most noble people need to be put in their place. They think they're better than the rest of us who didn't grow up with anything.
Indeed. But if only punching them was an option.
If only.
But I'm more interested in that criminal list. Maybe that can help me out with my endeavor that I plan on doing. Maybe that could strike the fear of all the potential crime syndicates that I hear in the city.
Maybe.
Maybe as I'm taking over, I would say, I am the night. I am hell incarnate.
You're getting better at
Something
that.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm sitting there thinking about it. I'm just getting excited. All right. Well, I wonder what else is happening around here. I mean, you gotta thank our friendly little blood craver for stirring up drama around here. I wonder what problem that she has with Guido. Like, I'm sure with this drama that's been stirred up, I'm sure she's been punished by Guido, or is in the process of being punished by Guido.
Well, I mean, the officer said that he served Mong before her, and so that's why she kind of went off the rails. But I don't know. I wonder if he just won't let her purchase from him anymore. I don't know if that's like a big deal or not here.
True. I don't know. We've got a real scumbag in the mix in our group. Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna do next. He's a very mischievous one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as long as he doesn't like directly screw things up with us in the group as a whole, I mean, I'm sure I'm cool with him. I mean, I'm just as new as him for the most part. I mean,
Yeah.
Considering I took a big chomp from a male dragon, that was not fun.
Dragon situation was catchy.
Man,
For sure.
now that I think about it, we could have really kept that dragon egg. We didn't have to give it to Ennis.
I don't know about you,
Fuck,
but
dude.
we didn't want to have to deal with a baby dragon.
Damn, just imagine. We would have like I'm sure, it's pretty easy to hunt animals and hunt carcasses for it to eat. So I'm sure it would have worked. Have a dragon companion. I'd be like, oh, fetch Ace. Kill him, Ace. And you have a baby green dragon with spewing out this poison. this uncontrollable poison on our enemies. Just imagine the limit of that. Missed opportunity. That probably would have been the alternative for Quinn screwing us over. Yeah, I still need.
Are you
more.
worried about Quinn?
In all honesty, yeah. I mean, think about it. He's lost a friend, and he lost another comrade as well right after. And he seemed pretty close with that first one that he lost, so it took it pretty hard. Hence why he lashed out at me when I said what I said about him. And which, I mean, that gets a pass. I understand the hurt, so I've been through the same thing. But I'm sure Snoopy, that's also fueled Snoopy's fire to kill as well. So, I don't know. I just hope that they don't continue to go down this dark path that they go down. Which is why I got into that bit of argument that I did with Snoopy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wish Quinn would not go down the path of relying on the bottle. He will become a liability very quickly.
Well, we'll have to figure out a way to help him.
Right.
Or at least get his mind off of it and give him something to do.
Yeah. I mean, unless he wants to do one of my numbers and join up on a little fight club action. I mean, beating up on weaklings is on weak fighters is kind of a relaxing getaway. Well, for me at least. I'm sure it wouldn't be the same for him. He seems like a gentle soul, as I hold up air quotes. I don't know.
Quinn is gentle.
So, I know this is a touchy subject, and I'm sure you don't want to share too much, but that thing you have inside you, what's the deal with that?
I guess I trust you. So, I honestly don't really know. That's why I'm trying to get information from Innes. All I know is, for as long as I can remember, I've had something inside me. And he only came out, well, it was harder to control him when I was a child, so that's why I moved around so much. It was because I caused a lot of damage. And it was only when I got older was I able to control him more, but he's never really talked to me until now. And I'm learning a little bit from him, but I'm trying to learn more about, I mean, all I know is his name. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly he is besides just demon, and if there's a way I can potentially get rid of him.
You're here on that. It's pretty heavy.
Yeah. But I've learned to live with it.
Yeah, you're not alone on that. I was born considered an abomination. So, I mean, there's that. Not knowing who my true parents are, being raised by a human farmer family, kind of has me questioning what exactly I am. I mean, I'm interested in this proposition that Ennis has for me, helping me discover my true origin and what I'm capable of. But it doesn't shy away from the fact that I am a little fishy about it. I'm only going along with it honestly because you trust her.
Well, I don't trust her, but so far she's the only one who's been giving any kind of answers. So she's kind of who I'm stuck with at the moment.
Yeah, because I know as a kid for me, I've had a I mean, everybody I've known has been pretty open with me as I was a kid, as I grew up. But I've always known that I've had this fire within me. And my father, my adoptive father, helped me realize that fire, which is why I have such a liking for fighting. It's kind of a therapy for it to keep it in check.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Two sides of the same coin, I guess. You got
Right.
some weird stuff inside you. I got some weird stuff inside me.
We're both trying to figure it out.
Right. I know Mong is hilarious with this with that act that he's gonna continue to do with being a child. It is hilarious.
Yeah.
And
Wonder how old he actually is. If he's actually a child or if he's pretending to be a child.
he's actually 200. I remember him saying that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. You'd think he'd act a little more grown up.
Oh, he's how we should say owned the role. Like I knew just from the child exterior, I knew that he takes advantage of it. Especially considering how often he changes into others. It's quite amusing.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if that changing thing that he does will get us into trouble one of these days.
Yeah, and hopefully we will be there to get him out of it.
Exactly. All right, well, let's go ahead and get out of here, because I know my fingers are tingling. Or, I wonder, you want to get a drink? See what's
Sure.
going on at the bar? See what kind
Let's
of
walk
characters.
past that clothing shop, though. I want to look in the window.
All right, let's go.
So as you walk past Guido's, you notice that the curtains are currently drawn and there is a closed sign on the front door.
Smells like pizza.
And it does, in fact, smell like some sort of delicious Italian dish.
Oh, man. Do I smell like a hint of dookie?
Yes.
No.
But I'm hungry now.
Not. You don't smell it from the establishment. You can smell it from the street.
Yeah. It stinks around here. If only Quinn was here to do his like druid craft nonsense. To make it smell a little more pleasant around here. But this is the place. I wouldn't mind I don't know, exploring my feminine side as I raise an eyebrow. I guess I could get a dress just to have one. I don't know.
I mean, do you really need one though? Do you really think that we're going to be meeting anyone important enough that we have to dress up?
You never know. We might end up having to go to a formal establishment and I don't know, be women for a change. I mean, my mom's always wanted me to like be a noble woman, so I might give it a try just once.
Why?
I don't know. It's just I
Be
always.
who you want to be, Angie. Don't be someone that your mom wants you to be.
I know, but I mean, it'll probably be like something to add on to my persona. I mean, I guess it'll be a good idea, be like play like I'm a noble, like a rich person, like someone who's in the higher class. Maybe it'll get me into some nice connections.
So out of character, this is starting to feel very Mask of Zorro.
Exactly. Zorro/Batman.
Right? And she's going full Batman.
Exactly.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I am the
Especially
night.
when you started talking in the Batman voice.
Here's the limiter of time. Tell your people to stay off these streets.
Can
We'll
dig
do
it.
that from now on. All right, back in Garrett. Yeah, I feel like I want to become this full-on persona. I mean, of course, I'll wear my normal getup that I'm wearing now when we're just walking through the streets. But if we're going on a little heists and stuff like that, maybe I could just change into this character that everyone will either fear or prey upon. Actually sounds quite fun. Until I make the wrong enemies, and that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, which you probably will make enemies doing this.
I know, right? Next thing you know, someone's gonna know my true identity, even though I'm not gonna care anyway. I'm not gonna care anyway. I can beat someone's ass in and out of character. So, I don't know. We'll see. I need to get this costume. You sure you don't want to try it with me? I'd make you a costume too.
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, out of character, what is Tamsin wearing right now? Is she wearing armor?
No.
She's not
She's
wearing any
mostly-
type of armor, just linen or some type of robe, I assume.
Yeah, she's wearing like a gray scarf with like a black, just like black clothes. Do they wear pants? Like, do women wear pants in this like world of D&D, or is it just like a dress skirt?
I mean,
thing?
they
like,
can. Usually it's a dress kind of thing, but, you know, they can.
Okay.
It's not super medieval. Like, there are women that obviously stand out because they wear different clothing than most women do, but it all depends on the region you're in.
Yeah, Angi, for example. She's like one of those few that actually looks brawny because of her attire. I would assume that you wear like a dress.
Tamsin's just wearing like a lot of black, and she's wearing pants.
Just
Fuck
imagine.
dresses.
Just imagine, Tammy. Just wear this persona. You can be whatever you want. I mean, I know you got that little thing inside your head right there, but just imagine you just wear this mask and just be whatever you want. You could be an assassin. You can be just this walking intimidation. Just this walking set of like law.
In a dress?
Well, if I were to make you this set of gear, I mean, it'll definitely be more form-fitting, and like more like
dress.
pants and stuff like that. Like tights, definitely form-fitting tights, so it'll show off your figure a little more. Yeah, so you have to, look, girl, you gotta have sex appeal in this line of work. Something that like a man will see you, or a woman, depends on how everybody flies around here. They just look at you and be like, "Oh my god, I am afraid of that woman, but I also want to bang her."
Well, our entire point is to not be seen. So, we don't like people looking at us.
Hey, I mean, it's gonna be darker leather, so it's be perfect for being in the darkness and just coming out. Especially with my situation, I'm sure you can make your eyes glow as well. Your eyes glow as well. Just come out in the shadows. Just be like,
yeah.
"I'm the night." Like, just do that. Or what kind of voice? If you join me, what kind of voice would you have?
I am.
That's really good.
Yes. We are the night.
I can't do that. It hurts.
We are the night. Just get low.
Oh, I scared the shit out of Splinter doing that. He just jumped up like, oh fuck. My poor
What the
puppy. Come here. Come on, get on stream. Come here.
He's like, I don't trust you anymore.
Yeah, we could definitely go ahead and get you some gear just in case. You know, you would definitely be like my partner in crime for this. So like, if just in case you change your mind, I'll make you a set of gear too, and
Okay.
keep a hold of it just in case.
Well, we don't think you should be going out and doing this alone. It's a great way to get killed.
True, but that's the thrill of it, right? I mean, maybe maybe at some point I'll probably gain the ability to fly. It'll make it a lot easier to avoid these fools.
Maybe. I don't know. We probably couldn't use my broom because it's too conspicuous. Not many people have a flying broom.
Hey, but not many people have seen like a real flying she-devil.
That'd be kind of
Just
terrifying.
imagine, just seeing like a horny. That came out wrong. a silhouette with like these hulking horns. As I'm like poking at my horns, these hulking.
She's
horns.
out for your body.
Just flying towards you. And like potentially just grab them and just fly up and just drop them. Just imagine. Man, that's I mean, I already can like just pick someone up and throw them as is. I mean, I'm strong enough to do it. But just imagine the potential. I'm like an entity to these people. I want to be a legend, like someone you could just tell in a campfire story, the story of the Banshee, or the Amiibo, or Hella, or something like that. I don't know. I'm still thinking of a name. We'll figure something out soon. But I definitely got the voice down.
I don't know. I feel like probably a lot of people that get their nicknames are from people that they're terrorizing. So.
Yeah, the Guild Strangler, or
Oh dear.
the Devil of the Guilds. Just imagine the nicknames. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So, what you want to do next? I mean,
I don't know. We haven't really caused a lot of chaos.
What we'll probably do is go ahead and end it at this point. I think it's a good stopping point. And then next week, because everything you guys have done so far has probably taken literally only like 30 minutes.
Probably.
So, yeah, like getting from the forge to the artisans district probably took a bigger chunk of that time. But being in there and going from place to place and talking to those folks probably only took like 20 minutes or so. We might round it up to an hour, but we'll go ahead and call it the session there. And hopefully next week everyone's able to join us so that we'll start with retconning to the conversation with that lady. We'll have you guys leave for 30 minutes or so and then pop back in or whatever the party ends up doing. I'm going to see if they're down to do like some sort of like downtime, or if there's like a bunch of stuff they really want to do. Because right now, unless you guys go and try to find a new, like either another job to do for somebody, or B, if you're not even thinking about doing that job for Joker, those kind of, well, now you guys have that lid thing, so you could bring it up to them, and I'd probably bring that up to them in the Facebook chat just to see if they're interested in doing that, and then I can have that ready for next session. Yeah, I'm gonna end my stream real quick, so I'll be right back. Alright, so It was a lot of fun, a lot of good RP moments and stuff. There was going to be a little bit more. There was going to be a potential for a combat encounter at the beginning of the session today, but with 3 members gone, I'm not trying to run the other 3, especially because the person they're going to be talking to only knows Quinn and Snoopy. So without either of them here to actually discuss with this person, it just wouldn't work out very well. So next time we'll get into that part, see what happens, and go from there. So it should be a good time. But until then, peace!